So we are going to hold an intention. And the way it works is we're going to hear the intention 3 times. We're holding the intention for 10 minutes. So we start this by breathing together 3 times. Then I'll read the intention the first time and just let your imagination go wild. This is the new reality. This is what has happened. It's already real. So it doesn't matter what your brain comes up with, just let it play. It could be bubbles, it could be rainbows, it could be hopping bunnies, it doesn't matter. Just let your brain play with this. Yes, Peggy, you're doing a great job. And just imagine that this intention is the new reality. We hold that for 3 minutes. Then I read it for the second time. Now you pull that intention down into your heart, surround it with love, and let even more images come to mind that just really illustrate this is the new reality. I read it for the last time 3.5 minutes later. And at that point, you gently, softly send it out to the recipient and to anyone else in your awareness who needs it. So this is really powerful because not only are you giving an incredible gift of energy and intention to someone else, you're also generating it in your own body and receiving it for yourself at the same time. So it's really, really beneficial. And you can do this as often as you want, and you'll notice a difference every time. So let's get started. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. In love and light, we hold the intention that M Brochu is immediately, permanently, and completely healed from all injuries and illnesses, so she enjoys vibrant health. In love and light, we hold the intention that M Brochu is immediately, permanently, and completely healed from all injuries and illnesses, so she enjoys vibrant health. In love and light, we hold the intention that M Brochu is immediately, permanently, and completely healed from all injuries and illnesses, so she enjoys vibrant health. We give thanks, and so it is. Ooh, that felt really good. That that was awesome. Yeah. Peggy, would you like to go first and share what your experience was like?
Sure. It it was a group of older ladies, and they started out and they were sliding on an ice rink, and they would drop and fall. They would wear pillows on their butts. They would fall into stacks of hay. They would laugh, and it led to a group that grew and grew and grew and grew called Falling for Fun. And you had to have broken bones falling to be eligible to join. And it spread. It's it spread around the world. The people were laughing, and it was like the ladies in big shawls over their heads, babushkas, like just it was so funny to watch. And then the angels got engaged and they were bouncing from cloud to cloud to cloud. And the laughter from the people and the angels circled the globe and sort of erased all sorts of negative energy. And falling for fun became a real thing and a real way of life. And they learned to fall. They'd already broken bones. They learned to run and fall down and slide. They learned through martial arts, they learned to fall and protect themselves and to fall properly. And it ended up just being so much fun to fall down.
You always have very interesting visions. I love hearing what you come up with, Peggy. That was great. That was great. Todd, would you like to share what your experience was like?
I was reminded of a previous session where we talked about stem cells. And so I was thinking deep in the bone and the marrow of the bone, where a lot of those things come from. In study of stem cells, discovered that muscle cells, for example, do not replicate. Rather, the local cells say they need help, basically, and internally some cells are sent out that basically become baby muscle cells.
Oh.
And so I'm thinking, well, maybe we need baby bone cells here, and just new cells, healed bone, healing from toxins, good foods, good friends with Reiki. That was an interesting one there. And just a golden light out, shining outside and inside, doing healing, and some healing meditation for her.
That's wonderful. Thanks for bringing that in, Todd. That was really beautiful. I love that. Robin, could you unmute and share what your experience was like? You're a Reiki master also, so I know you get this. Okay, I will come back to Robin. Dorchi, could you unmute?
Hey, I'm back.
Oh,
I'm here.
oh, you're back. Okay, sorry.
I don't know
Hold
what,
that thought.
don't know what happened.
Go ahead, Robin.
So a lot of what Todd was saying was kind of what I think if I would have put it into words, was what he was saying. But I definitely saw a Reiki. Was it her daughter or someone that did Reiki was doing what they call psychic surgery on her bone, that she had splintered spine or something like that, so that she was doing psychic surgery. Because when you said immediately and permanently, that stuck in my head. A lot of times I just think that can't happen, because it can't happen in the physical world immediately and permanently. So I had to realize that she needs to do it has to be a spiritual healing, something outside of herself. And so her higher self or the divine source is doing this healing. It has to be that. And and her daughter can do the Reiki and the Reiki surgery and stuff on her. And she is going to immediately and permanently heal, and it's going to be miraculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. I got some of that too. And you heal energetically before you heal physically. So you're absolutely right. It's like the energy field around you gets all this healing, and then you absorb it into the body, and then the body experiences it. So yeah, that's great. Yeah. Thank you, Robin. And I'm glad you were able to unmute.
Yes.
Dorchi, how about you? What did you experience?
We were all there with the angels, and we told her and her body to regenerate the cells, get the cells stronger, and the body was working and regenerating. Afterwards, she got up and we all went out in the meadow, and it felt like everybody was jumping as high as they could. And it was like they were on springs in the meadow. And everybody was just jumping and going higher and higher. And all the bones were strong, and we just were having fun. After a while, we were jumping on our, like on our arms and like on a trampoline, you fall back on your back, you fall on your head. And everybody was feeling good. And then we gave that to the whole world.
Beautiful. It's very interesting to see the similarities between what you experienced, Dorothy, and what Peggy experienced, because I love that trampoline. Yeah, that's great.
We have the same desk. Peggy.
You did. You had the same angels talking to you. That's awesome. Tana, what about you? What was your experience like?
Well, I saw her kind of like a rag doll being held up by angels, and they were a lot bigger than she was. So they were kind of holding her under her arms, and she was trying to get her balance and try to become more steady. And the longer they were with her, the steadier she became. And also they were sending this golden light. Whenever I see healing, I always see golden light going into bones or muscles or whatever needs healing or strengthening. And so this golden light was strengthening every part of her body, especially her bones, and going all the way up, to her brain, and just, it was for her whole body. But then she kind of grew. The longer they held her and held her up, she became more and more steady. And then she was walking on her own, and they were just always there, just in case, just keeping her steady. And she walked with more confidence, and she was completely healed. And that golden light was continuously flowing through her.
That is awesome. That's really cool. Thank you. Thanks for bringing that in. Melly, what about you? What was your experience like?
I could see her lying with her eyes closed, and I see angels surrounding her, encouraging her to awaken. And it sort of took a while, and then she opened her eyes, and she said that sometimes it's hard to wake up again because it's so comfortable where I am. But she awakened, and she was just able to stand and walk and do all the things that she would normally do, or should normally do. And then all of a sudden, I see a baby. Well, she became a great grandmother 2 months ago. And I don't know how the baby just popped in there. And so I saw her caressing the baby, because she hasn't seen this baby yet. And the mother and the father of the baby are going to be moving away. They're going to go to Okinawa for several years. And this was her chance to hold her great grandchild. And it was just beautiful to see the light and how she responded to this new being. And she was grateful, and she's going to hang around.
That's wonderful. That's really beautiful. Thanks for bringing all that in, Melly. Yeah, I got a ton, as usual. So I always take notes so I don't forget anything. I heard her saying, "Thank you, angels," and "Thank you, God. Thank you for sending me all this healing energy." And I also heard her saying and acknowledging the energy is moving. And she would notice that she'd have a pain in her back right hip, and then it would shift and go up into the left shoulder. And instead of going, "Man, my shoulder really hurts, this is bugging me," she'd go, "Yay, the energy is moving. The pain is moving out of my body. It's fine if it's in a different spot now, because that's a sign that it's moving. And I'm really glad that it's moving." I saw her breathing really easily with full, deep breaths, that she totally feels our love, and she smiles every time she thinks of us, because she knows how much love we're sending her way. And I got this reminder that the mind tells the body what's going on. So that's where the mind says, "Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you for all this healing energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And then the body tells the mind what's happening. So I saw her standing in a Wonder Woman power pose and smiling in the mirror like, "Yay, I feel so much stronger and happier, and yay." And just assuming that physical pose, it actually shifts things mentally. And so by doing that, she was creating this whole body experience for herself. And I heard her playing the "I'm so happy and grateful that" game. So it didn't matter who she was talking to or what she was talking about, she was starting every single sentence with, I'm so happy and grateful that whatever.
Mhm.
I'm so happy and grateful that. And I also have a link that I will share in the notes beneath the video. It's an acupressure video that lasts maybe 5 minutes, and it's called the Daily Clean Your House Flow. And at the end of the video, they talk about something called jumper cables, where you're actually holding your hand and you hold each one of your fingers in turn. And I saw her doing that in particular, and it just calms her and centers her, and it shifts everything for her. I saw tons of pink hearts everywhere. I also saw her arms open wide to welcome in all the love and all of the healing energy. And she was saying, I don't have to understand it to enjoy it. I'm totally cool with just enjoying it and not understanding it. And she really feels our energy. She feels much more centered and connected to us. And I saw all the doctors being confused and surprised at how quickly she heals, because they're like, this really doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. There's no logical reason for her to be in such great shape so quickly. And she's like, I don't care. I'm happy. It's all good. So that was what I got.
Oh,
So Melly, thank you so much for bringing this in. I'm so delighted that we could support your friend this way. I can't wait to hear how she's doing. And I will post this for everybody a little bit later tonight.
okay. Thank you
Great.
so much. Thank you.